What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Man, now, I know as crazy as the world gets, it's hard to keep up with all this stuff. News and everything is changing, all the current events and everything's just popping up every second. There's a million news stories. We'll try our best to keep up with some of the craziest stuff going on in the world and politics and society in general, man. Let's check out a quick clip of titled Putin Threatens to Retaliate with Strikes Against U.S. Facilities. You think, gee, I wonder why he would do that. How many times can you poke the bear? Huh? Literally, how many times can you literally poke the bear known as Russia without expecting that bear to bite? It's almost like the ones in charge in Washington right now for a few more days before President Trump steps in are hell bent on causing World War III. Let's check out this clip from Fox News, see what they got to say about it, and we'll offer some commentary, man. Get your guys' opinion, and I'm definitely going to give you mine.
So 4 days after President Biden allowed Ukraine to strike parts of Russia with U.S.-built and proffered missiles.
Think about that now. President Biden allowed within the last 4 days for the Ukraine to strike Russia with U.S.-based and NATO-approved missiles. Why do that? And you're getting ready to get out of office in a few days, a few weeks. Why would you do that now? And you've been in office for 4 years. This war has been going on with Russia and the Ukraine for some time now. Now all of a sudden you're going to do it. We'll talk about all that, man, but it's going to get crazy. Keep listening.
Putin is threatening to retaliate with strikes against U.S. facilities and says his military hit Ukraine today with a medium-range hypersonic ballistic missile. The Pentagon.
It's almost like as much as everyone in Washington wants to project the image of how much they love the Ukraine and all that, it actually looks like they're doing everything they can, the powers that be, the war machine in Washington, to accelerate the destruction of the Ukraine and possibly to start nuclear war in World War III, because trust me when I say, when they're effing around with Putin, they're effing around with the right one. Putin does not play. Their military arsenal, their nuclear missile collection is freaking insanely more powerful than many countries on Earth. It can rival the greatest countries on Earth as far as nuclear capabilities. Their intercontinental ballistic missiles have ranges and speeds that I don't think we want to F around and test and find out. But you know what career politicians do? They keep pushing stupid buttons. And what happens, kids, when you push stupid buttons? You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Just responded moments ago. Watch this.
We've seen this type of, dangerous, reckless rhetoric before from President Putin.
We've seen this type of dangerous rhetoric from President Putin. You mean the kind that is retaliatory behavior from authorizing missiles to be launched into Russia and supporting and financing it? I guess like hell you have. Crazy.
What we're focused on is continuing to support Ukraine with what it needs.
That means if we bring the entire world into World War III and nuke everything in every country, turn every country on earth to glass and to ashes, so be it, but we're going to stand behind Ukraine regardless. Got it.
Chief Foreign Correspondent Trey Yingst reports live from Kyiv. He has been watching all of this up close and was in the tunnels with President Zelensky just the other day. Trey, what about this new development?
Yeah, Martha, good afternoon. We know that overnight Russia launched a new missile into Ukraine, targeting the southern city of the Dnipro. This was the first time that such a large weapon was used on the battlefield since this conflict began 2.5 years ago. And it raises questions.
So this conflict began 2.5 years ago, and only in the last week has this type of firepower been engaged with Russia. Kind of ironically funny that happens after President Biden, in his last few weeks in office, on his way to escalating the entire world into World War III, decided to help and officially attack Russia using U.S.-based missiles and, of course, the approval of NATO, man. I want y'all to do some deep homework and research into the different countries that are involved in the Ukraine, the U.S., and NATO alliance of countries, and also Russia. And tell me what you come up with, man. And don't be afraid and don't be shy to drop it in the comment sections, man. You might be surprised what you're going to find out as to who the boogeyman is.
Questions about the message that Russia is trying to send. Ukraine initially claimed the missile was an intercontinental ballistic missile, but Russian President Putin says it was an intermediate ballistic missile. The Russian leader said in the future, civilians will be warned to leave areas where more advanced missiles will be launched. Putin.
Okay, tomatoes, okay, medium range, intercontinental. Okay, it's still going to do a hell of a lot of damage. It's going to destroy and tear up and cause all kinds of casualties and loss of life no matter where it hits. Okay, but let's split words on syllables and consonants. Got it. Good.
Added this about the involvement of the West.
We consider ourselves in the right to use our weapons against those nations that use their weapons against us. And in terms of escalation, we will respond as surely and clearly.
The escalation comes as Ukrainian forces are now targeting deeper into Russia using U.S. and British-supplied long-range missiles, while overnight, the Biden administration approved the transfer of anti-personnel mines to Ukraine. These moves are seen by the Russians as crossing a red line, prompting officials here in Kyiv to brace for an increase in missile and drone attacks. Martha?
All right, Trey, thank you very much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to.
Okay, guys, so what do you think? Now, obviously, when Russian President Putin said, hey, you know, we see that these things that are escalating, especially with the U.S. support, we see them as crossing a red line. They are the textbook definition of an act of war and an aggression, an official warlike aggression from the U.S. against Russia. And I just think it's funny that this war has been going on for so long between Russia and the Ukraine. And now, if anyone could make it worse before he leaves office, is President Biden. And darn if it doesn't look like he's hell-bent on doing that. But this move from President Biden could cause catastrophic global casualties and suffering and trigger something on a nuclear level that you do not want to cross, man. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section below. I will try to respond to each and every comment. Love you guys. Let me know who you think is in the right, who's in the wrong, who should do what country's leaders should do what should the United States do. You guys blow up the comment section, man. Love you guys. Hope everyone has a blessed, fantastic week ahead. Take care, and I will catch you on the next video.